Capricorn, hi, how are you? It's Lisa, and we're going to do a mid-month reading for November. It's general, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. But anyhow, I hope everybody's doing all right. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll come back and see me again. And for those of you who have been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. All right. Okay, what can we tell Capricorn for the middle of November 2022? What can we tell Capricorn for the middle of November for 2022? Oh, there we go. We got the devil. That is you. That's how I love that. Because this actually came up in the area of how you see yourself. I don't think it's the devil. It's just, it's you. It's you. Anyway, so let's see. The Eight of Cups, the Four of Cups, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. All right, we'll take a look at this, and then we'll clarify with another deck and pull a couple oracle cards at the end. It looks like, Capricorn, that you, well, like I said, this came up, this is your sign, this is your card, and I feel like, okay, so you are feeling like you, what you've always been, but it seems like what you really want, though, is to move away from something. With this Eight of Cups energy, now this is something, this is like, it's sad. This is something that she obviously put a lot of work into, and, maybe a lot of time, a lot of effort, and had a lot of emotion, feelings about it. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work anymore. And so she has to walk away. And so that might be a hard thing that you're going through right now. For whatever reason, it's just not something that you did. You put like a lot of time and effort, is not panning out to what it was supposed to be. And we do have this Four of Cups energy. And this is, I feel like you have a fear of disappointment, or you were disappointed. You were disappointed in a situation, and you don't want to feel that way again. So it's almost like possibly you got hurt, or something didn't turn out the way you thought it should, and you got to the point where you're like, you don't even want to deal with it anymore. You don't want to go into that situation again because you don't want that feeling. You're trying to get away from this disappointed feeling. And I do feel like this King of Wands energy, there's somebody maybe in your, now this could be either it's an aspect of you, we're very strong and charismatic, and can do, has no problem going about doing things and knowing that they're going to be successful regardless of what it is. Being able to almost like talk people into doing something, like motivating them to get something done. So I don't know if it's like supervisor, manager, that kind of person where they're very good motivators. Or this could be a person around you that is actually that type of person. It doesn't have to be a male, and just somebody who has those aspects about them. And apparently, it seems like they're really on your side. So I don't know if they're a really good friend. I don't know if this is romance, or just could be platonic. Could be a family member. Could just be anybody that you're around, but they got your back. That's exactly what it feels like. They got your back, whatever it is. On the other hand, this King of Pentacles that came up for it, this feels like this might be somebody that you're not getting along with right now. Maybe you never got along with them. Maybe you always have been like oil and water. And it's just not a not a relationship, friendly or otherwise, that it's not working for you. It just really, maybe you guys have had arguments or just something. You just never really got along. If that's another person. And again, this is another situation where it could be an aspect of you which isn't working for you very well, is because well, it's not like they're bad. I mean, they're grounded, they're stable, they're secure. But is that not working for you in this situation? Not that it wouldn't always, but in this situation. Or is this just somebody else? We'll clarify and find out, maybe. But then I have as the outcome the Six of Wands. Now this is a victory. This is something that you have been recognized for. Somebody notices something about you. So I don't know in what aspect of your life this is in. But something's coming through. And it's really good. You worked hard and you got something from it. Let's see. Use these. All right. Let's see. Oops. The wind outside is crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Anyway, all right. Let's see what do we have for the devil for Capricorn. What do we have for the devil? And now that I look at it, yes, it's your higher Hannah, but it's also possible that this is an aspect of you, almost like the dark shadow aspect of you, your negative feelings, your anxieties, your self-criticisms. Because could you be walking away from that? I mean, I can't imagine that you put a lot of time into it, or is that a reflection of a person? See, it's a general reading, so this could really go anyway. But take it as it resonates. That's interesting. All right, what about this devil? Can you tell me about this devil? Ooh, the Tower. And the Eight of Cups again. Now that's kind of like, that's making me feel like it could still be you. Could still be an aspect of you. I'm just, you. The shadow self of you and the Tower coming down. I feel like something changed. Sometimes when the Tower comes down, it's, it's sudden and it's unexpected, and, sometimes it could be something as crazy. It could be, just like a job, a relationship, whatever, but it also could be something that's in your mind, like something that you believed, something that you knew was true, something that was always, and then all of a sudden it crumbles and it's not. And it's a possibility if something like that happens, you put a lot of time, you put a lot of effort, and you got the Eight of Cups here again. It's almost like you're walking away from it. So like I said, I don't know, you would know if this is another person or if this is just, the dark side of Capricorn. If that's the case, but I feel like this walking away is, maybe the best thing that you could feel that you could do at this point. Other Eight of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. And Justice. That makes me wonder, like, when you walk away from whatever it is that you were walking away from, is it going to be for for something so much better? Like, I feel like, all right, maybe whatever the situation was, it wasn't fair, it wasn't balanced, it didn't work for you. And you walking away from it, is it what brought you to a point where you could say you're fulfilled and you're feeling confident and you have what you need to exist and survive without them, if it was a them. You know, are things coming your way because you were treated unfairly in some situation? I mean, it could be a court case. It could be something like that too. It could be something where, you know, you put a lot of time and effort into something, and it didn't pan out. You had to leave it, or were you leaving it because it had to end because of the tower, and the ending was for your benefit? Does that make sense? So what about this Four of Cups? What about this Four of Cups? Oh wow, Ten of Cups and Four of Cups again. You know what? This feels like, I don't know. See this Four of Cups here? I don't know if you can see his face. This always made me feel of spoiled brat. Almost like this Four of Cups, it's weird. The pictures, they give you like different feelings about him. And I feel like you feeling like this, it's like, okay, well, you know, you put in your time, you put in the effort, you put in your feelings, your emotions, and everything like that. And, you know, you put in all those cups, and I'm thinking like all those 8 cups, and they were giving you 4 cups back. At first, they were only giving you 3. But then they're like, oh, well, you know, I'll give you this other cup. And they're like trying to give you this pity cup. So it's almost like they weren't putting in the same amount as you. And whatever the situation was, you were putting in everything you had, and they weren't. So, and that's where the disappointment comes from. But I feel like it just goes to say, you know, if you were going to do so much, you deserve to have so much. You deserve to have, you know, the bells and the rainbows and, you know, all the happy. And I feel like that's like, you deserve that. So even though, you know, you don't want to sit in the disappointment pain, you don't want to be disappointed again, so, you know, you might not even bother trying to get into another relationship or whatever this was. But I think this is saying it's a learning thing. It's like, you're going to be disappointed. Accept that disappointment, work with it, then let it go, because you can still be happy. And it's just a matter of being able to, you know, work with those feelings. You know, don't shut them all away, because then if you can't love yourself and you can't open yourself like that, then you're not going to experience it. So you actually have to be open to be able to have that kind of relationship. So what about this King of Wands? What's this King of Wands? Who's this King of Wands for Capricorn? King of Wands for Capricorn. Let me put it in. Ooh, 7 of Swords and the Hierophant. What interesting. So I'm wondering, whoever this King of Wands is to you, I'm going to pull a third card, because I'm not sure. 7 of Swords and the Hierophant. Sword and Hierophant. Ace of Pentacles. So I'm wondering now, it's like, all right, so whoever this was, whoever this King of Swords is to you, you know, they offered you like financial opportunity. They offered you, I feel like, stability. Now with the Hierophant, I mean, was it a marriage? And something happened, and, you know, with the 7 of Swords, and something came away from the marriage, And that's what, or marriage-like relationship. And that's what this Tower and Eight of Cups represented. It's very interesting. Because it comes up that, whoever this King of Wands is for you, they still are very all for you. So if this was a relationship, this person's still in love with you. But if it doesn't work for you anymore, that, you have to look out for yourself. I mean, if it was doing something to you, not in a great way, and it just wasn't working, you do have to protect yourself in some way. Interesting. Well, and take it as it resonates, because let's see, what about this King of Pentacles? The Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Well, this King of Pentacles, now whoever that is to you, I don't know what relationship you have with them. It could be just the neighbor across the hedges, or could have been an old relationship. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. She keeps doing that to me. This is my sister. And so I feel like you are actually, whatever this relationship was, you felt trapped. You felt like you couldn't speak your mind. You couldn't have your own opinions. There was things that you couldn't do because of the way they were. Maybe they were just very overpowering. Maybe they were just too, they were just, well, I just want to say too much. They were just too heavy. That's what they feel. It feels heavy. Maybe they wanted things done a certain way, or, just in general, you couldn't be who you wanted to be because of the way they are. That's interesting. All right. So what about this Six of Wands energy? What do you got for the Six of Wands? What's Capricorn do? Six of Wands. Ooh. The Nine of Swords. And the King of Wands. So I feel like you were recognized for something. Something really went your way. And now if I look at this, with the Ten of, I don't know if it's money or whatever, but I feel like something did go your way. But this King of Wands energy, whoever they were to you, or whoever you feel they are, you're still stressed out by their presence, or you're still being stressed out by them. And I can't even imagine. So I'm pull another card for this one too. What about Capricorn? Nine of Cups. Alright, so there's love there. There is love with that relationship, but still there's a very stressful atmosphere around it, or something that's going on just for the now that's causing it to be stressful. I'm trying to figure out, I can't remember where King of Wands was here. It was like the one who had your back. That's why I didn't know if this was a marriage. But I don't know what this was a marriage, but apparently if you're still with them and this, whatever fell apart over here wasn't the marriage, and you're still with them, there's still a stress for you. Something's still very stressful for you in this situation. But maybe it's not always. Maybe it's not always. Maybe it's just now, for whatever the reason. And I don't even know if it has anything to do with this Pentacles guy that made you feel trapped. I mean, there's obviously other people involved here. So you can only take it as it resonates, but it just feels like you need to be able to, you know, work up to a point where you're not feeling so stressed out and beat down because of something that they want you to be. Maybe it's not what you want to be. And there's definitely love there. That's the thing. There is love there. And just maybe, I don't know, sometimes, what's that? There's a song, isn't it? What's love got to do with it? I don't know. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Then I'm going to call my sister back. She's a pain in my butt. Prosperity lies ahead, and nothing is yet set in stone. That kind of makes sense. It feels like you need to realize that you still have something to look forward to, and you can still work something out to make it a good situation. Because whatever it is, nothing's set in stone. Nothing's permanent. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Disruption. Yeah. And reflection. That kind of makes sense to me too. It's like, all right, yeah, you're going to go through things where, you know, how you were. You're like, things weren't feeling right. You had to leave away from it. The tower came in, ended everything, whatever. You know, it's like when everything crumbles. That's what just felt like. Everything crumbled. And you have disruption, but then you have to go into reflection. You have to think about it. Like, look back at it. You know, go over and over in your head. Like, what went on? Like, how can I stop that from happening again? All right, Capricorn. That was kind of intense. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, and if you could give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment if it resonates. I'd really love to hear from you. I hope everything's working out all right, and I will see you in a couple weeks. All right, take care.